Welcome back to First Time Feasts. I'm Bobby Perko. You ever find yourself thinking about, I want a really ooey, gooey, delicious mac and cheese? Well, today I got a great one for you. I got a Southwest mac and cheese with some homemade bacon. This thing absolutely just kicks. So today, follow along and we'll show you how to make it. Let's get it.
Alright guys, we got some awesome stuff laid out here for you. We got some habanero cheddar, some mild cheddar, some pepper jack cheese, some cream cheese, some homemade thick cut bacon that you saw in a previous episode, and some jalapenos. Speaking of jalapenos, let's step outside and grab some fresh off the plant. There ain't nothing better, nothing sweeter than some homegrown jalapenos. Look at these ones that got the little vines on them, man. Those are going to be some hot suckers. I absolutely love it. Can't wait to get these things cut up and going into this mac and cheese. So first thing we're going to do, we're just going to take our peppers, we're just going to get them chopped up, nothing crazy. So with these, you kind of want to consistent as far as your cut goes, but you don't have to do anything special. If you want to toss these into a food processor or a blender, go ahead. So now that we got those out chopped up, we're going to toss them in. We're going to get those sauteing down. You can go ahead and cook your bacon first if you want to, or cook these peppers first. It doesn't really matter. To save time and ease for this video, I'm all about the easy, baby. We're going to knock them in the pot at the exact same time, and we're going to cook them down together. So those things are going in the skillet. We're going to let those things go. Pro tip, guys, when you're working on your cheese, leave it out for an hour or 30 minutes before you start cutting, because it's going to make it so much easier to work with. These have been sent out for about 30 minutes, and I mean to tell you, these were like cutting through Play-Doh. So stack these things out, get them all ready to go. We got some habanero cheddar, so our pepper jack cheese, and our cheddar cheese. Really good stuff. So look at how easy that knife slices through here. So we're looking for about inch to inch and a half chunks. So get those things all chopped up, get those all cubed up, and we're going to get that ready on for the next step. So grabbing our cream cheese here, we're going to get that cut in half. If you want to cube this up too, you completely can. It's going to save a little bit of time, because what's going to happen here, I'm going to put this whole glob of cream cheese in the pot, and it's going to take a long time to render down. So save yourself some time, cut it into smaller pieces just like we did the cheddar. It's going to save you some time on the back end. All right, guys, let's take a look at what we got going on here. So this fat's starting to render down, the jalapenos are starting to cook. It's going to be great. So know what we got to do now? Got to get our noodles going. So we got a nice shell going on here. You can use a rotini, you can use a farfalla, you can use really any type of noodle that you want. I'm going with the classic shell because nothing screams mac and cheese like a classic shell. So take a look at our fat. It's starting to render down. The peppers are starting to cook. Got that oil and that grease starting to form. That's going to help everything go a little bit better. So it's going to be a lot more of an easy cooking process. So noodles are just about done. So we're going to want to give them a little bit of a stir, give them all tossed off, and get those into the strainer, and we're going to hit some cold water on it. Your noodles are going to keep cooking, and you don't want a mushy, gross noodle, so hit it with some cold water. That's going to stop the cooking process, and that's going to make everything just a little bit easier for you later, a little bit more better to work with. So ain't nothing better than a stick of butter, baby. So we're going to get this roux started. So if you want to look at it as a roux, if you want to look at it as a bechamel, I mean, technically the only difference is when it's meat. If you're looking at a bechamel, that's simply just going to be dairy and cream. A roux typically has more meat in it, so technically we're working on more of a roux, but it's debatable here. So we're going to get that thing going. We're going to add in our cheese, we're going to add in our cheddar cheese, we're going to add in our jalapenos, add all that stuff to the pot. Ain't nothing better than hitting it with some YA Momma. You know how I do, I got to hit it with that slap. So add all that to it, hit it with some black pepper, some garlic, all that good stuff. So now we got our heat. We're going to set your heat to a medium to medium low. You don't want to burn it because it can still technically burn on the bottom. So you want to set it on a low heat. Stir it periodically. You don't got to go crazy with it, but it's just going to take a little bit of time. But look at that. That's so creamy. That's like, man, that's what Velveeta wishes they could be. That is going to be so nice. It's going to be so creamy and good. We're going to add our noodles back to this thing and give it a nice little stir. It's just about done, man. You're about to be eating dinner. It's going to be so good. So let's give this thing the final toss, and we'll get ready for the plate. Let's give this thing a try. That's so creamy. That's really good. That's got that right amount of kick. Oh my god. That's mac and cheese right there. Oh. That's smack and cheese. That freaking kicks.
That kick in that is actually really good. That's right on, perfect.
Thanks for joining me on this episode of First Time Feast. Today I showed you how to make some ooey, gooey, creamy, spicy mac and cheese, or I want to refer to it as some smack and cheese. This was unbelievably delicious. I literally cannot stop eating it. Got the habanero cheddar and some jalapenos in there. You can't forget about that YA Momma. Please, as always, like, comment, and subscribe on what you want to see on future episodes. Thanks for joining us. Peace. Where did my spatchy spatch go? There it is.
didn't record any of that fucking twat.
Really?
Yep.
You want me to redo it? Just stir in it?
Sure, that's fine. I hate myself. That was irritating.
When it sounds like